Joining me today is the one and only Pup, a Memphis-based beauty influencer who's been taking the world of wigs and beauty content by storm. Whether it's for tips for flawless installs or reviews of the latest hair trends, Pup is your go-to expert for all things beauty. I'm so excited to have her here, y'all. Welcome to Memphis Made Me, Puff.
Hey, y'all.
So we're so excited to have you. You really made a name for yourself in the beauty space, especially on TikTok. So for those who may not know you yet, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
It's a whole lot of, I do everything. Like, I tell people that I'm very much a multifaceted person, self-taught. I'ma always tell people that I'm self-taught, even though I do want to like take classes and stuff. But the nitty gritty, the basics is wigs. Well, hair. I'm not gonna say wigs because it's just I do hair. I just forgot what I do. Hair, DIYs, and most recently, DIY photo shoots. So I wasn't really like trying to take my own pictures for real.
Yeah.
It all started because I had a friend really just like get onto me. She said, you need to be taking pictures for Instagram, because I was really on it for YouTube. Like my YouTube videos, they were doing real good. And so she was like, you need to get serious about your Instagram pictures. And so I started just taking my own pictures, like regular pictures. And then I think it was my 23rd. It was my 23rd birthday. And I said, I don't have no money. I have no money to pay anybody to take my pictures. And so then I said, well, I had already been taking my own pictures. So let me see what I can do as far as like a photo shoot is concerned. Now, at this point in time, I was like, I need to do something. I need to get a backdrop, some lights. I had already sold all my stuff. So then I had to buy some more stuff. And I said, well,
let's make it work. We can do what it do. Okay.
Let's just see like what I can do. And people was really eating it up. So I said, well,
you be eating the girls up. That's what's going on. You eat the girls up. Okay. But let's get into YouTube. First of all, let's go all the way back to high school with Snapchat. Because I remember you used to be doing the makeup tutorials on Snapchat and everything. So do you feel like that's where you kind of started, or was it before? How?
I feel like it was before, because when I was a freshman in high school, I was like taking my own pictures. I would come home. There would be nobody at home. That was it was really like my first time riding the bus for real. So I would get off the bus, and that was when school ended at like 2 o'clock, 2:30, 2:15. And I would get home and I didn't have nothing to do. Right. So I just started taking my own pictures, and I was using Pixar to edit my little pictures. Didn't have no tripod, no nothing.
Strictly on the phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, strictly on the phone. And I had a Galaxy S3. So I was thinking,
Galaxy's got some good cameras though. I ain't gonna lie. They all right a little bit.
And it's crazy because I was using the back camera then, but now I got an iPhone. I'm too scared to use my back camera. So I did not have no tripod, no expertise, no iPad, no YouTube, not a nothing.
Okay.
And I would just come home, and I was like 14. Now at this point, it's been like 2 years since I started doing anything in that realm. And it's crazy because I have Google Photos on my phone, so I can go back and look at them. And I was like, wow, like
you been an influencer.
Yeah.
But without the title, because we didn't know we have you.
No.
Well, we did, but it
wasn't to this scale. And then I started getting into makeup. So I started getting into makeup when I was like 15, I think like 15. Yeah, like 15, 16, because at this point I was just at home every day by myself during the summer. And I don't know how I started getting into like makeup tutorials and stuff, but I would watch them like every single day because I didn't have nothing to do. I watch them every single day.
Talk about your support when you first started out. And this started all the way back in high school. You know, sometimes girls in high school can be a little mean girls. But you have always, I can't say since I do know you, have always been a girl's girl, as they say. So how hard was it to stay on the right path of what you were doing, like in your own lane, with the criticism or stuff like that?
I ain't gonna lie.
It never got to me.
Yeah. It made you go hard. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes be like,
Yes.
okay.
I did have times where like, when I was posting my little like Snapchat tutorials and stuff, I do remember this one girl. She
We ain't gonna say no names. We ain't gonna say no names.
She took a screenshot of like my eyebrows.
Okay, hold on. You gotta tell me about your. Hold on. Who did that? Hold on, I gotta know this. Hold on.
Like, okay, rest her so, but it was.
Oh, okay. But anyways, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But, okay.
But other than that, I did have some people that was like, your Snapchat story is too long. Why is your Snapchat? That's what I said. That's what I said. After every single person that would slide up on my stuff, they was like, why is your Snapchat story so long? Your Snapchat story is so long. Okay.
But now I bet those the same people trying to say, oh, congratulations. Tell me how to do this. Teach me how to do my makeup. Yes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, for sure. It's clear that your passion for beauty runs deep. So let's talk about TikTok. What is like the start, and were you nervous about putting yourself out there, or did it feel like a natural step since you already had the YouTube and everything going on?
Oh no, I was extremely nervous.
Okay. So let's talk about the process. How you like, should I do it? Should I not? Like, what made you be like, yeah, let me start TikTok?
Everybody was telling me to. Mm-hmm. They were like, you need to get on TikTok. You need to get on TikTok. Mm-hmm. I said, y'all, I'm scared. I don't.
See, because people probably see your social media and think you probably this outgoing person, but like behind all that, people be like really to themselves and not really that big of a talker or something like that.
And then I be seeing like on the comments and stuff, they be eating people up in them TikTok comments.
TikTok mean.
They are so
TikTok mean.
But then again, like now that TikTok is even more prevalent, it's really the Instagram comments. Because I had one video, man.
They made you take a video down?
No,
okay.
No, can't nobody bully me into taking nothing down.
Period.
No, you gonna have to report it. Okay, but them Instagram real comments. But like when it comes to TikTok, I didn't really know how to work it. Like I was more of a viewer. Like I had my account, I had the picture and everything. I had my bio, but I was just more of like a viewer, just with the profile of my real face on it.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, you need to post to TikTok. You need to get on TikTok. I said, y'all, I'm scared to get on TikTok. So then I just started posting my regular reels, like the same reels that I would post on Instagram, on the TikTok, just to see. And my first TikTok that I posted, I think I got like 1,000 and something views. So I said, okay, this is what I need to be doing. And I mean, even to this day, I'm not that consistent on TikTok. I need to be, but it's very much on the back burner. But I do get a lot of love on TikTok. I posted just a regular video of me like being cute and lip singing and stuff. And this is how I know that there's people that look at my stuff on both platforms. Because somebody commented and they said, we wait on a YouTube video.
Like, oh, y'all connected. They're like, oh, y'all really watching me. So what was the first moment you realized, like, oh, like people know who I am?
I think it becomes surreal for me when people catch me out in public. Because I just, you know me, I be at work, I be at the gym, I be very much, I be very, very much put up. Like, I'm still like an outgoing person, but when it's time for me to take care of my business, I be taking care of my business. And then I don't be out like that either. So the times where I do like go to like Cache every once in a while and somebody sees me on a purple, I'm like, oh, I forgot. I be on the internet.
Like, oh, shit, I forgot. I done put this personality out there. They think it's me.
I forgot. And then another one is when my stuff goes like, when it goes viral, like them numbers. I had a wig go viral last summer. It was in July. Man, my reach was astronomical. And it just makes me think like it gets rid of the imposter syndrome. Cause I be like, girl, the proof is in the pudding.
You already know they gonna mess. Just put it out.
Yes.
Just do it. Right. And you definitely have a genuine and authentic personality to yourself, but with beauty and wigs being such like a competitive niche, especially on the TikTok community, what do you do to make sure you stand out from everybody else?
I be doing like different colors.
And I think something that separates me from other people is that I know how to do all the steps before the install. Mm-hmm. I know how to braid my own hair.
I'm going to part out my little boxes. So obviously you see that I'm struggling. So now I'm feeding in the hair. So I went with a method that I found on YouTube that was most comfortable for me.
I know how to take care of my own natural hair.
So at this point, you can see the frustration in my face. Like, I think I finished at like 7. I finished at 7 and I had to go to work the next day. But I was determined to finish my hair.
I know how to color, install, pluck, prep, all that stuff. While person A only knows how to style, they only know how to style and install. You can watch me take a 613 wig, color it, style it, watch me pluck it, braid my own head, and do the prep and then do the install. So I think that's what kind of sets me apart from other people, because I don't see a whole lot of people that are just coloring. Like, you see stylists that color wigs and they install on other people, but when it comes to people that install wigs on themselves, like wig influencers, you don't see them doing it. So because I sell, which I need to be doing more of, because I color and sell wigs, and then I know how to install them on myself, I can kind of like smash that together on my platform. And I think that's what keeps people around. I mean, plus the personality, but the personality plus the skill, that's what.
Now, one thing I love to see in your videos is when you do the blooper section. So is that something that you thought to add in last minute, or are you like, oh, just let me hit them with my personality a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of...
It just kind of came to me, and so I started making it a thing, because I posted it again. Whenever I post something, I see the numbers do good, I be like, oh shit, like I need to do that again and again and again. Because the first one I posted, it got like 10K. And I said, oh, okay. You know, let me hit them with another one. Let me stop trying to be like a mysterious baddie. Let me show these people that I'm funny.
And you know, when people see your personality, it kind of draws them to you more, especially when you have such a, I don't know, like a, I don't want to say electric, but you have like a, I don't know, your personality just real down to earth, like you easy to talk to and stuff like that. So I think it's relatable to people too. Like, oh, she not too out of reach for me, like she's just a regular everyday person too. So I love that you're building a community both locally and globally, and Memphis has such a strong sense of local pride, and it's great to see you sharing your content. So let's talk about your creative process. What does a typical day look like for you when you're about to make your content?
I just let it come to me. It's like the metaphorical light bulb, especially when I'm trying to like do a shoot or something like that. Because my favorite thing to do, even though as a creative and somebody that works a regular job, I've gotten so good at my job that like I kind of just like turn my body on autopilot. And even though sometimes I be doing a little bit too much at my job, that's really the place where I'm able to think when ain't nobody bothering me.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of say, okay, I'm a do this, and I'll just let my mind wander. So I'm sitting doing streaking plates or whatever, and then I'm doing something. I'm like, oh, let me write that down.
Yeah,
write that down. And I have a piece of paper in my lab coat pocket, a piece of paper and a pen. And so whenever it comes to me, I just write it down. Okay. No matter what it is, no matter what I think it looks like throughout that whole 8 hours, I'll just write something down, and then I'll go home and then kind of like see, okay, this sounds like I could do something with it. Let me try to do something with this. Let me not. But when it comes to like, I guess I would call like regular content, just like everyday stuff, it's really just like easy peasy off the dome. Like people ask me that all the time. They say like, how do you do this and that? I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
naturally comes.
Yeah, I just kind of do it. So that's really the fun part. But as much as I wish that I could do shoots all the time. I can't do that because people that start getting spoiled. I can't.
They be like, when the next one, I ain't gonna lie. What it's bring up the photo shoot with the mermaid one.
I ain't gonna lie. I be looking.
Or the black and white one too.
The Sunday service.
Yes, that man. You gotta show the camera.
I even still I look in my own camera roll because sometimes you just gotta remind yourself of who you are.
What's your favorite one you've done though? Like, damn, I did that.
It's kind of like a close tie from the Halloween, the one that I did.
The zombie shoot.
No, the mermaid one. Because I feel like that idea was really, really original. Because I be seeing like that. I said, let me put my own spin on it. That one, and then Halloween 2023. Just the whole thing.
Was it
No, that was 2022.
Okay.
I'm talking about when I did.
I'm telling you, I be honest. I'm telling you.
I did it was like the yearbook thing. It was
yes. Okay. Yeah.
It was the whole thing as a whole. Like I got
show the camera the yearbook one.
Okay, let me see. Let me go back. It was fire. Like I'm still, like I said, I still go back and I look at it, and I'm like, girl, I don't know. What was I thinking when I did that? What was I thinking? I have no idea. I was just like what I be telling people, excuse my French, but I literally just be doing shit.
Yep.
Literally just be doing shit. It just comes to me. And then I would say like top 3, I don't know, maybe the Halloween 2023 and then Sunday service. And I feel like this one kind of came and went, the shade room one. So I got that idea from when I got my new truck. So I drive a black GMC truck, and I said, I've always wanted to feel like I was riding presidential.
Period, black truck.
Yes. So when I got my truck, I said, yep. I was looking at pictures on Pinterest. So my inspo was like paparazzi.
Yeah.
So I got the outfit and I set all my stuff up. That's when I would live with my parents. And so they got a nice sized driveway. I set all my stuff up. But I don't know. I liked it, but I feel like it didn't really get as much love as it should have. Cause that one is kind of like an honorable mention. Is that 3 of them? Yeah. But I think my favorite one, as of right now, my favorite one is always the most recent one. So that's the mermaid. I don't know what I was thinking.
Love that one.
When I did that one.
So, but you also had one the Matrix one. You got that is iconic. You gotta mention that one. That one is iconic. Yes. What? Yes. And then let's go back a little bit to talk about being Let's go back a little bit and talk about being a 9-to-5 girl. You know, some people give slander to the 9-to-5 girls, but we gotta do the fun our dreams and get our stuff out there. So, what is your favorite thing about the balance between being a 9-to-5 girly and also an influencer?
I like the fact that I can just kind of I can have a post go extremely, extremely viral, and I just still go to work.
Like nothing happened.
Yes.
Like nobody at work probably ever seen this, so I'm cool. I'm cool.
And now that I stopped being a mysterious baddie at my job, and I started telling people about my content and stuff, they really support me because I'm closer to my coworkers now, and I can finally let the wall down a little bit, and they're like, you don't even need to be here. You need to be doing what you're doing right now. I'm like, y'all.
So let's get into that, the support that you've been getting. So how has being an influencer connect you to other Memphis-based influencers or even just other influencers across the world?
I mean,
or is there any influencers that you want to, let me just say it like that. Who are some influencers that you want to collab with or possibly collab with in the future?
Oh, I'm not sure. I've already collabed with the person that I'm closest to. So I mean,
so let's talk about it. Who is that, and how did that collab come about?
I mean, like, I've known her since I was in college. So like, we was cool before we started YouTube. So like, you know, we was just like, hey, let's collab. I mean, it wasn't really like a collab. It was more like I featured in her video. Yeah, like she was in my video, I was in her video.
Like a crossover type thing.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I need to be collabing with people. I need to. But
do you feel like that'll grow your audience more? Or, you know, some people don't like to collab because they want to be stingy and gatekeep everything, but you know.
True.
Yeah.
I just this is where I feel like my downfall is, because I'm very like selective about like who I keep in my energy. Because there was one point in time where I used to just
you a friend.
Yes, everybody's my friend.
Oh, no.
Everybody gets to be friends with Get Pretty with Puff. Everybody gets to be friends with Puff. No. So I think like in this point in my life, I'm very much in a, you know,
protect your energy.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. What are some things you do to protect your energy, or kind of, you know, or some self-care stuff that you do to kind of when you're feeling down and need a reset?
First of all, I know this is kind of coping mechanism, but I like to spend a lot of time by myself. And people would see me and be like, oh my gosh, like you're such an introvert, like you're so cool.
You don't know me.
You don't. You don't.
For real.
I'm like, I love y'all, but I got to go. And I like the fact that the people that are closest to me know that, like, if they tell me something, they're like, hey, we're gonna do this, or we're gonna do this. They tell me as a suggestion, because they say, oh, you know, Puff might not come. But when I do come, it's very much like open arms. They're like, oh my God, like we so glad you came.
But when you do go out, you know, life of the party. Yes, that's how it be. That's how it is.
Every time. But like, even if, you know, you see me out or something like that, I'm never the type of person to like ignore somebody. Like if somebody sees me on public and they know me, or I don't really know them like that, I'm very much gonna speak. I'm a hold a conversation, but I'll
talk to you, but you won't get too much.
Yes.
Like, hey, how you doing? Oh, gotta go.
Like, yes, I be what they be saying, I'm very solo dolo a lot. I'm alone a lot of the time.
Nothing wrong with that. Now, to somebody who's new to beauty and wigs, what are some ways what are some things they need to make sure that their wigs are looking natural, the makeup looking natural? Like, what are some of your best tips to give?
For wigs, I would say HD lace.
Okay.
Across the board.
Now, do you like, you know, they got the 5x5, the 13x6. Like, what do you feel like is the best?
As a beginner, I would say start with a 4x4.
Okay.
It's little, it's small. You can, you know, do this. You can switch it around. And then I say get you a 5x5, because I didn't start wearing frontals for real until, I really don't remember. I don't think I started getting good at frontals for real until like 2 years ago, to be honest. But I've always been a closure girl. And with your like HD lace, and be gentle.
Oh girl, I done ripped so many wigs.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Except for like washing or anything like that, like you gotta be real careful.
Gotta be real gentle, real careful when you install, when you reinstall, when you clean and everything. And then another tip I have is spray lace tint.
Okay.
No.
Well, now what brand do you use?
Red by Kiss.
Okay.
Swear by it. I've used Eben. I've used some my makeup that I use on my face. And another thing is the makeup that you put on your face, it's oily. It's oil based. So
Even if you
like
put
a powder.
You can use a powder or Ruby Kisses. I never use Ruby Kisses, but the one time I did get a wig installed by somebody else, she used Ruby Kisses, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to start using it.
Hey,
cause she matched it to my skin so good. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh man, I need to start using this.
Mm-hmm. So how did you learn how to plug and like bleach the knots? Like, is that something you learned from YouTube or just like trial and error?
Really both. Mm-hmm. Everything I do is trial and error.
Mm-hmm. Even with the makeup?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about some tips for the makeup then. Like, what tips do you have for anybody starting out or want to get more into makeup?
Oh my gosh. I feel like
or some of the brands they should use, even brushes, anything like that.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I didn't fall out of love with doing makeup, but I feel like my skills are kind of like at a standstill because I don't do it. Like, I only do makeup when it's necessary now. Cause like, as you can see, I don't need to.
Face card eats. Wait, turn that way a little bit. Bam. Okay. Thank you.
I don't need to wear makeup like that, and also like, I go to work every day. Mm-hmm. I gotta go work at 7:00 in the morning. I don't need to wear makeup like that. So when I do wear makeup, it's very much like the simple things. I like to laugh and joke and say that my skills are stuck in 2016 because
I feel like that's one of the best eras.
I
ain't gonna lie. The 2000s, the early 2000s, and then like the later 2000s. Woo.
Yes.
I feel like the eyebrows around 2016 eats like still to this day. Some people do it different, but I still feel like they look eats like flawless.
The eyeshadow, the eyebrows. Mm-hmm. Yes, I was able. I was doing cut creases. I did a cut crease for my birthday. Mm-hmm. I still do it. I don't care.
I remember going all the way back to Snapchat. I remember you. I got this tip from you. I think putting a little tape right there or something right there.
Yes. Yes. I just love how. Even if I feel like nobody's looking at my stuff, somebody will like DM me and say, "Oh my gosh, I remember I used to watch you on Snapchat, and I still do my makeup like this to this day." It kind of makes me like I be influencing for real.
The titles, I'm telling you, it fits. So let's get into the Memphis segment right now. Let us know your favorite Memphis song or artist that when you think about the city, like this the song that pop up or this the artist that pop up.
Can I name two?
You can name, let's say top three.
Top three. Well, number one, of course, Moneybag.
Period. What's your favorite Moneybag song?
It's so many. Right now, the song that really get me turned is Trying to Make Sure. Mm-hmm. I went to Cache on my birthday. They was playing it. I was looking good. I said, "Oh yeah, this my song.
This my time to shine right here."
Absolutely. And then the next Memphis artist, I would say Cocash. People really be sleep on Cocash.
Facts.
It's probably because he didn't sign his life away. Mm-hmm. Independent artist. And then last is, of course, Dolph. Mm-hmm. Rest his soul. My Leo. I be calling him my Leo brother.
Yep.
And
you gotta have Dolph in the lineup for the city. Got to. So next question. What's your favorite Memphis food that you cannot find anywhere else, or where's your go-to Memphis restaurant? Like when you either go out of town and come back to the city, like, ooh, I gotta have it.
I mean, to be honest, I really don't like eat fast food like that in general. I'm more of like a cook at home person. But my favorite Memphis food, honey gold wings.
Fried hard. Fry mine hard the first time, please. The first time. Fry my wings hard the first time, please.
I got to have my honey gold wings. I don't care if it's a whole wing. I don't care if it's the party wing. Mm-hmm. As long as I get me a 10-piece with seasoned fries.
10-piece meat all flat, extra sauce. Thank you. Thank you. With a lemonade. That's what I got.
I don't know. I'm greedy, so you can give me drums and flats.
You eat either one of them.
Yeah.
It don't matter. What's your favorite place to get wings from, though? Or you be cooking those too?
No.
Where you be going?
What is it? I like Crumpy's.
Okay.
Crumpy's is good.
Period.
And I don't really eat hot wings like that, but that's the one place that I do get hot wings from if I'm feeling it. But Crumpy's is my wing
place. And also, before they was expensive, Dixie Queen too.
Oh my God. You get a 10-piece, it's like $30.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? I know it ain't that good. Y'all got up the prices like that.
It's absolutely insane.
Actually, we didn't talk about Dixie Queen because why the prices be different every time you go? Or is it just me? I ain't gonna lie, I get the same thing sometimes, and I be like, I could have sworn that was $5 less or something. I don't know what's going on.
Crumpies really be not Crumpies. Dixie Queen really becoming like Waffle House with the prices. Cause
whatever they want to put on the receipt,
anything you could, they listen to you. They probably listen to your voice and be like, all right, we're gonna charge her 15, and then when you come back, oh, we don't remember her. We gonna charge her 25. I don't.
They didn't get that together.
Please, ASAP.
So what's your favorite Memphis spot? It could be a restaurant, it could be a place. Like I always say, I like to go to the river just to like clear my mind or, you know, do some little activities down there. What's your favorite Memphis spot?
I don't know. I'll be at home, y'all.
So we gonna say her house is her favorite Memphis spot. Period.
My house, and then I think something that is outside of my house. It's just like any like random
anywhere. It could be a coffee shop. It could be a skate ring, like anything.
I stay at a little coffee shop because it's less activity.
Right.
Less activity at the coffee shops. I go there on Tuesday at 10 a.m. when I'm off work and maybe like edit or like sit there and color. I'm very much like a chill person. Please miss me with all the theatrics. Because people be out here cutting up. I'm too grown for that.
Facts. So let's give a message to the youth about staying on the right path and also being an influencer. What can you give a tip to anybody coming up that wants to be an influencer?
I would say just be yourself. Be yourself. Because even though there are so many people that do the same thing, can't nobody do the same thing like you. Like one person can do wigs, lifestyle, whatever, but they might have their own little flair to it, but you got your own little flair to it. Like there's always something for everybody. There's an audience for everybody. And
it's room for everybody too. Some people don't be like, oh, she already doing it, but like, you never know what you can bring to that certain area. So it's cool to see different people do some of the same things sometimes too.
And another thing I have is to just be open to just like opportunities, be open to learning and being able to pivot, because with my content in the beginning, I wasn't doing wigs at first. And then when I started getting into wigs, I started to incorporate that into my content, and then I started incorporating like photo shoots and stuff. So to be honest, I think I'm more like I am the niche kind of person, just because I do so much. And then since I recently locked my hair up, I don't know, I might have some lock wig workout meal prep.
I think you should do the meal prep content. I ain't gonna. I be looking at the stores like, yeah, that's it right there.
I was thinking about that, but I didn't want to like oversaturate myself, but then it's like, that's part of my life. Like that's what I do. I go to the gym now. I've finally gotten back into doing like gym stuff. I still love wigs. I still love photo shoots. I'm also trying to get more into fitness because I just want to like push my body and see what I can do. And like I said, still love wigs, still love photo shoots, still love my meal prep. I still got a 9 to 5. I'm trying to go back to school. Like there's so many facets of myself that I don't want to like just gatekeep, because that's what I am.
Yep.
Multifaceted person. Don't limit yourself. You know, if you like something, do it. If you think that that's your calling, and be like, I like this, but I also like this too. Do that. Just do everything. Throw spaghetti at the wall. See what sticks. I've been doing this for a while and I still do it.
Just throw it out there, catch it, see what goes on.
Yep.
But that is great advice for the youth. And it's clear that you're not only a girl boss, but a true Memphis gem. So let us know where we can find you and keep up with you and follow and check out your content.
So YouTube is Get Pretty with Puff, just regular Get Pretty with Puff. Instagram is OXOX Puff. TikTok, OXOX Puff, I think. But you can also just type in Get Pretty with Puff and I should show up too. And that's pretty much it.